Neo Visions, I've been saying it for a while now. I've said that I think they're going to bump it up in the timeline, have it release earlier than the general timeline of like 7-8 months of us being behind JP. I think they're still going to expedite it to come out sooner. Thank you guys for coming and joining us once again as we talk about this Neo Visions thing and the producer letter that got put into the game, as well as on social media sites like Twitter, Facebook, etc. and how we're going to digest this. If you've been on Discord, if you've seen my tweets, if you've seen the community message, you may know where we're going if you're hanging out with us on twitch.tv as well. You might have already seen this, but come and hang out anyway. It's going to be a fun time. Let's talk about this as well as the letter itself. So thanks for spending that time here today. Thank you guys for supporting us via YouTube channel memberships as well as the Patreon program. And we're still getting used to the setup here. Camera's still over there. So as I read, you're going to have to look at the side of my face. It's going to be a good time. But anyway, let's start off with the producer letter here. Hello everyone. First of all, we hope that you and your families are safe and well, as during these trying times, there's nothing more important than your health. Well, thank you so much, sir, there. Now, we also have now, in regards to our 4th anniversary, we understand that there is a great sense of unease within the community, and this is about, right, the sort of lackluster early rewards, right? The blue tickets didn't even have a guaranteed rainbow, anything of that nature. People really didn't take that super well, right? It was a little lackluster, like I said, in my opinion as well in the previous video. Could have been a little bit better, but they did say that this was only the tip of the iceberg of things to come. That being said, is that good? Is that bad? Who knows? Uncertainty is still uncertainty, but they're going to continue on down here as well, just kind of reaffirming that they already said that it was going to take a long process. There's going to be a 3-part thing, which ties into the Neo Visions thing. So, as we mentioned before, our 4th anniversary will consist of 3 different stages, and we are currently on the first one, the 4th anniversary Next Era. This is what we've been doing all of July, right? Next Era released that. They made the statement about it as well. They had a video about it. The Next Era is what the first part of the anniversary is called. Today, we would like to announce that the 4th anniversary Evolution will also be the 2nd stage, taking place in August. So the 2nd stage is going to take up the whole month of August, and in August, specifically in mid-August here, they say, we will also be having a 4th anniversary live stream where we hope to share with you our upcoming plans for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Global. Unfortunately, due to the current circumstances, we are unable to meet our players in person this time around, but we hope that the live stream serves as a fun way for all of us to interact with each other, which the live streams are always a great time. I always cover them if I'm not at them in person on the Twitch stream. We always have a great turnout, have a bunch of fun there, hanging out and talking about what's going on. So if you want to see that, come and hang out with us. But not only will we be sharing a lot of new information for FFBE Global during the live stream, what they always do, but we will also be sharing more information about the rewards you can expect during the 3rd stage of our celebration. So this is the 2nd stage, and they're going to share what the 3rd stage is. They're not sharing the 2nd stage, but during the 2nd stage, you'll share the 3rd stage, no problem. The amount of rewards will be distributed during that period will be directly influenced by our players' participation during the live stream, which I always have like some games and stuff. So that'll be interesting to see. So please join us to help the community receive as many rewards as possible. Who knows, we might build up to some extra rewards along the way as well, which we always do because we're just that good. All right, we're just that good as players, right? More details on the live stream will be given through our in-game news and official social media channels. So please take a moment to check the latest posts while logging in every day. As always, thank you for your unwavering support. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius global producer Hiroki Fujimoto. So what does this have to do with Neo Visions? Now, if you've been on the channel for a while, I've said, to reiterate, it's probably going to be not super pushed up, but probably like 2 months or so earlier. And we were originally expecting it, if we had the same timeline, December-ish, right? Because we're like 8-ish months behind them. So if they were to push it up 2 months, you'd expect it to be like October-ish is when we'd get Neo Visions, somewhere around there, September, possibly. What does that have to do with this? So remember, 3 parts to the anniversary. First part was July, 2nd part is going to be August, 3rd part will be September, and then we'll have all of the information leading into October. First part is called the Next Era. 2nd part is called Evolution. And this is a little bit of a tinfoil hat, but all of this kind of makes sense to me. Next Era starts with an N. Evolution starts with an E. If the 3rd part is O, you have NEO, which is Neo. And then we'd have all of the information leading into October, which would be 2 months before, like I said, December, which is when I kind of had a guess of the amount of events that they could cut out. We had a whole video on that. which would have Neovisions coming to us in October. So this kind of pieces together in a strange way. They're kind of leading up next era, evolution, possibly O for the third one. We have all the information officially by that point, and maybe the third one will be called Official Sources. Who knows? Leading into that, they'll have everything ready to go because they have been cutting out some events, right? FF4 stuff like the Theodore and Ursula banner and the Elnath stuff. We've been skipping some stuff as far as characters goes, not even just the trials, but characters and banners and stuff. They've been kind of pushing out Fina and Dark Fina, Lid and Jake duo units. They're kind of scraping some stuff out there. Now, there is some other stuff, like I talked about, they couldn't cut out too much stuff to get it 4 months out early, and I had a whole video about why they need to bring it out early, because the game's just kind of like, where's my Neovisions at? But for the whole thing here, this is, you know, exactly what I've been reading the entire time, and I kind of forgot to transfer over, so you have to excuse me for that. But that's just basically what it is. It just makes too much sense. It makes too much sense. It kind of lines up how I originally thought it would be. So I'm looking forward to, possibly we're looking at October, late September, October for Neovisions. I don't know exactly what characters they'll show off. Maybe they'll announce Neovision Elena, because we know that they're working on an Elena character. So are they going to announce Neovision Elena during the live stream? That would be pretty interesting. I'm not really sure about that. There are some other things they need to address, right, as far as the anniversary goes. And I'm sure maybe, you know, because people are making a lot of noise here, exactly what it is that people want to see there. I'm going to have a lot of videos about Neovision characters. I've had a lot of videos about Neovision characters, how strong they are and why they need to bring them out earlier, specifically looking at characters like Neovision Tifa and the old Neovision characters. It's not even about saving up your Lapis and not pulling until Neovisions come out so you can pull for the Neovision characters. It's more about not only are new characters coming out as Neovisions, but the old characters that we are having are being released in batches to get Neovision forms themselves. And those characters, no matter who they are, they're just so much stronger than what we have right now that it's not really worth, in my opinion, for you guys to be spending currency, Lapis, whatever it is, tickets, unit of choice tickets, all this other stuff for these new characters. In general, some of them are worth it, which we talk about during the banners, but in general, it's just not worth it, because by the time you have those characters ready to go and enough content's come out where you are going to get a good valued use out of them, if you're looking for something that you're going to be utilizing, not because you like the character, it's not your favorite franchise, it's not a collaboration you like, you know, just looking for something that's powerful and strong and is good in your team, you're not really going to get that use out of it until a couple months later when content comes out. And if that content comes out and the Neovisions happen to come out early, kind of like I've been saying they probably will, well, you might as well get that free Neovision character from your old character, Neovision Red 13, Neovision Lauren, Neovision Dark Veritas, Neovision Tifa, Neovision Summer Swimsuit, Lin Fina, all these other Neovision, like, I think Hio's actually new. So a Neovision Old Cloud, a bunch of other Neovision characters that are just going to be maybe not the best Neovision character, but they're still a Neovision character, and they'll still do a lot more damage than a lot of the other stuff that you may have been pulling on 3 or 4 months prior. So like right now, like I said, there's a couple characters worth pulling on, right? Notably recently, I pull out and suggest supports and healers if you don't have one, and then you know, Rem and Ace, specifically for looking for an ease of access use character for Dark Visions. But in general, you don't really care too much about that stuff. So I don't know what they're going to do as far as rewards go. I know that people like to see things based on their time spent in the game. Like, people love the login reward tickets and things of that nature. People also, from what I've seen, they respond well to getting things guaranteed. They don't really like we just saw, and I kind of agree with it. Like we had like 40 or 50 tickets or whatever for logging in for 1,300 days or whatever it was, and you weren't actually guaranteed anything. It was just like, you weren't. I don't think you were guaranteed a 4-star. It was like you could get like 50 blues. And people didn't respond well to it because it's not really guaranteed anything. And people just like, oh, it's random. But whatever. I don't know what they're going to do as far as that goes. We'll have to see with more information. But I wanted to get this out there, put on the old tinfoil hat, get it in there for you guys. But let me know how you think this is going to pan out. when you think Neovisions is coming out. I think it's going to get announced during the live stream. It just makes sense. Live stream is just big news always, right? We've had a bunch of big news always on live streams with Esther and Sylvie Spring live stream. We had the CG Elena global original CG first character, things of that nature. They're always announced during the live stream. It's always a big time. And we had the original but the original 7-star announcement during the E3 live stream as well. So a bunch of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. That's my best guess. A little bit of a educated-ish guess. Yeah, I said educated-ish. But until then, guys, stay safe out there. So thanks for spending that time here today. And I'll see you guys. Hand sign, what am I, a ninja?